An open letter to the relatives of Chanyuan celestials. CFing. Dear respected grandparents, parents, children, husbands, wives, brothers, and sisters of all Chanyuan celestials, greetings to you. I am CFing, the guide of Lifechanyuan. In view of the tremendous family pressures faced by Chanyuan celestials, I am writing this open letter to you, hoping to gain your understanding and, even more, your support for your loved ones to participate in the creation of the second home established by Lifechanyuan, thereby contributing to the dawning of the Lifechanyuan era for humanity. To help you understand Lifechanyuan, let me first introduce myself. I was born into a poor family on the banks of the Yellow River in Gansu Province, northwest China. My family name is Zhang. My grandfather passed away before I was born, so I have little impression of him. My grandmother was a lifelong vegetarian, not even eating eggs. She was versed in immortal cultivation and told me many stories about deities and immortals. My father was a Communist Party member and a firm believer in communism. My mother was devoted to traditional culture and always offered incense and bowed to the gods during festivals. At 18, I joined the Chinese Communist Party myself and held a deep affection and reverence for our great leader, Chairman Mao. I graduated from Dongxiang Autonomous County No. 3 High School. At 18, I became the party branch secretary of a rural production brigade and the instructor of a cultural propaganda team. Later, I studied at Zhangjiago Geological Technical School, Machinery, Lanzhou Education College, Chinese, Jiuquan Education College, English, and then Beijing University of International Business and Economics, International Trade. Over the years, I worked as a driller and auto mechanic, electrician, accountant, clerk, statistician, middle school teacher, and office director. In 1993, I was sent by the Gansu Bureau of Geology and Mineral Resources to Africa as a translator. 2 years later, I began my own ventures, working as a salesman, running market stalls, and eventually starting a trading company that shipped goods from Yiwu, China to Africa. I opened shops, nightclubs, bars, restaurants, and fast food outlets, living abroad for 16 years, during which I had extensive contact with white people, black people, Indians, and Pakistanis. I married in 1982. My wife is still with me and is also a Chanyuan celestial. Our son attended school abroad after primary school and later graduated from a university in the United States, where he now works. I have 5 brothers. The youngest and his wife are also Chanyuan celestials. Their youngest child, whom I regard as my own daughter, is likewise a Chanyuan celestial and now lives in the second home. Sadly, my parents have already passed away. Otherwise, I am certain they too would have become Chanyuan celestials and would be living in the second home now. My personal faith has been diverse. From childhood, I burned incense to the Dragon King, the Earth God, the Hearth God, and others. As party secretary, I developed close friendships with Muslims, as 2 villages in my brigade were Muslim. Influenced by my father, I seriously studied Marx, Engels, and Lenin, and read all 5 volumes of selected works of Mao Zedong. I delved into feng shui, palmistry, physiognomy, the 5 elements, naming, fortune-telling, qimendunjia, and the I Ching. Later, I focused on Laozi's Tao Te Ching, the Buddha's Diamond Sutra and treatise of the Most High on actions and consequences, and became fascinated with Taoist wisdom and immortal culture. During my years abroad, I spent 3 years studying the Bible, participated in church activities, and listened to sermons every Sunday. Through the internet, I learned Western New Age thought, including the teachings of Seth and Oren, and became acquainted with Conversations with God, A Course in Miracles, The Law of One, and others. I was also deeply influenced by the Indian master Osho, and read most of his writings. I explored Qigong masters such as Zhang Xiaoping and Yan Xian, the Kirin culture of Zhang Hongbao, and the teachings of Li Hongzhi. I love science too, having read English science popularization books, Stephen Hawking. A Brief History of Time, and studied the meaning of entropy. I am passionate about philosophy, art, and aesthetics, and enjoy playing flute, harmonica, and yanqin. I wrote, composed, and sang the Lifechanyuan University song and the miraculous second home. The turning point of my life came from a strange car accident on the road between Harare and Mutare. The unusual nature of this accident completely changed the course of my life, leading me to found Lifechanyuan. Since then, I have explored the origin of the universe, of life, and of humanity, studied the essence of life, the meaning of existence, the mysteries of time and space, the power of thought, and the principles of consciousness. I came to realize that I came from the 1,000-year world of the kingdom of heaven, and that once my mission is complete, I shall go to the celestial island continent in the Elysium world. I have never committed a crime, nor violated the laws or regulations of the state. I have no criminal record. I have no earthly master. If I do, they are Jesus Christ, the Buddha Sakyamuni, Laozi, Prophet Muhammad, Chairman Mao, and the sages of all times and cultures. I founded Lifechanyuan for two purposes: to gather the ripe crops into the granary of the kingdom of heaven, to inaugurate the Lifechanyuan era for humanity. The tenet of Lifechanyuan is, revere the greatest creator, revere life, revere nature, and walk the way of the greatest creator. Your loved ones have become Chanyuan celestials for two reasons. First, to gain a joyful, free, and happy life. Second, to extend their lives into the 1,000-year world, 10,000-year world, and the celestial island continent in the Elysium world. The way to achieve these goals is by living in the second home and selflessly working to usher all humanity into the Lifechanyuan era. The problem today is this: those who have already entered the second home often feel troubled because of your concerns and cannot fully devote themselves. Those who wish to enter but are blocked by you suffer day and night. What should be done? First, let me say, you cannot stop this. The trend is unstoppable. Humanity must and will enter the Lifechanyuan era. Otherwise, suffering will continue endlessly. Marriage and family are seas of misery. They must end, they must disappear. History has proven their harm. Humanity cannot continue to live by traditional ways, or only pain and disaster lie ahead. It is your honor that your loved one has become a Chanyuan celestial. It is your blessing if they can enter the second home early. What about you when your loved one leaves? I have thought of the way, through your loved ones, you can further understand Lifechanyuan and the new life of the second home. Then you too may apply to become Chanyuan celestials and join the second home. Already, there are families, grandparents, parents, children, and grandchildren, all living happily together in the second home. What are the benefits of this new life? At the very least, no one worries anymore about food, clothing, shelter, or health. Parents no longer toil for their children. Children no longer worry about their parents. Husbands no longer fret for their wives, nor wives for their husbands. Everyone can live joyfully, freely, and happily. This is not a slogan or manipulation but a living reality. Once people enter the second home, few ever wish to return to traditional life, because this new way is incomparably better. I understand your worries. You fear that without your children you will be uncared for in old age, that without your parents you will lack support, that if your spouse leaves, you will lose dignity and comfort, that without marriage your children will give you no security, that neighbors will gossip, that ancestors will be shamed, that if Lifechanyuan is suppressed by the government your loved one will suffer. You also fear they will be deceived, trafficked, abused, or lose their freedom. In truth, you need not worry. Chanyuan celestials are not heartless. They are driven by mission, the most civilized and cultivated people in the world. They are not abandoning you, they are pioneering a new life for you. If you support them, one day you too will benefit greatly from their choices today. To ease your concerns, we invite you to visit the second home whenever convenient. See with your own eyes how your loved ones live, whether anyone mistreats them, and experience for yourself what. No theft and no need to lock doors, everyone abundant and everyone joyful. Communism looks like. Dear people, we must move forward, toward a freer, brighter, and more beautiful future. For our own happiness and for that of all humanity, some sacrifice is necessary. If everyone remains selfish, humanity has no future. The road of our ancestors is well known. It is a road of despair, stained with blood, shadowed with sorrow and pain. It is a dead end. We must not continue down it. We must carve a living path, a road to paradise. Do not be lulled by today's calm. Tomorrow may bring earthquakes and disasters. Preparation will not only shield us but also grant us a better tomorrow. When great changes come, what will you do? Crying will not help. Regret will be useless. Better to let your loved ones pioneer new life now, so that hope always remains. Otherwise, only despair awaits. Let go. No matter how much pain or misunderstanding you feel now, please let go. If you heed my words, you will be blessed. You are relatives of Chanyuan celestials. I too am their relative. All Chanyuan celestials are relatives to each other. In caring for them, I love them even more deeply than you do, for my love is unconditional and boundless, while yours is limited. If you truly love, then let go, and give your loved ones freedom. Should you not rejoice that they will enter the kingdom of heaven ahead of you? I believe you are not so selfish as to deny them that. I wish you peace through this troubled time. Await a more vibrant and beautiful future. Respectfully, CFing. June 13, 2011.